For that last phase tab, I think convalescence is enough. You don't have to do defiance.
But Defiance is free.
Yeah, but these, it actually does not matter.
Well, I thought the idea was in case you don't get
I think it matters.
like, if it doesn't matter at all, then Mantra might battle it don't matter either.
I think your battle with you matters more.
There's no way that it matters more than 5%.
Battle with me? No, it's good to you.
No. Mantra.
Oh.
Yeah, Mantra.
Well, I mean, I'm just popping that because
Yeah, there's nothing better than you. It doesn't hurt. But the difference between Mantra... Oh, that's not...
Damn it.
point
Greedy.
is,
I got greedy.
if everything goes right, well then, no, none of it goes. The point is to avoid the circumstance where it doesn't go all right.
I think 20% is like, I think it's worth doing.
I can just use Fey Elimination, and we'll do 0.
No, but I can't plan to get the point. Because if you do get a crit, nothing we do matters anyway.
I guess. It's just hard. Yeah.
I would like to not have to heal up on a non-crit.
But that's the difference between 6,000 and 5,000. The number of DCBs don't change on it.
Is that really true?
Yes.
I mean, if that's true, then I can't argue with it, because that's right. But it doesn't sound... Like, the difference between a crit and a non-crit for you is so huge.
Yes. And crit is 10,000. 10,000 mitigation.
No, what you're saying is plus or minus the 20% doesn't matter on a non-crit.
Yes, it doesn't. If I don't get a crit, we're gonna have to like super heal like especially on not when the dragon is happening.
Oh my god, game. Fucking... I just took a button off my hotbar. Did not mean to do it.
Totally meant to do that. Don't do that button.
I mean, it's Mantra, it's fine.
Aww. It's okay, I got 11k this time. And it was late, so it hit. I should stay after. I don't know too.
If I did not sprint, I would have died.
Now the question is, will I remember to put it back on my bomb? Probably no.
I'll remind you. First thing investing in this. Use my quick press. I don't have to cool down for the next phase. Oh, good.
Alright, looks like it takes about 5, maybe 6 GCDs to kill. Still not much, though.
Wait a minute. This one is not in the right spot. I guess that's okay. Maybe. If it's blank, it's at C.
Okay, but we also might get 2 explosions at once, which will probably wipe us.
If you get 2 explosions, you know exactly where it is. Oh, shoot.
Son of a bitch!
Just get far away from both of them and you'll be fine. See, it only does 2,000.
Yeah, this time.
Whoa. Oh wait, we're kind of screwed up.
I'll get Midori.
Oh, there goes my knees.
It's fine, nobody noticed anyway.
Boom, 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 boom.
Are you saying I don't matter?
I never say that.
Mind over matter.
There we go.
Alright, we can do this one correctly. Wait, Grevin. Oh wait,
What?
no, you did the right thing. Except I'm dumb.
I didn't screw up that time.
Alright. After... Oh, I guess you got it. Come on.
Get away from me, Devin. Please get away from me, Devin. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so close.
Everybody's alive and stuff?
Wow. Some of them have weakness.
I mean... Yeah, but this is still...
Third puddle. Oh, no one's the third puddle. Stack up.
Stack, stack, stack. We need to, like, serious heals now.
Alrighty.
There's like one shot's Drubbin, one shot's Tam, and then like almost one shot's all the healers.
Everyone else is like, oh no.
I guess I'll take one.
Alright, I know he had a different tank than normal that time, but just a reminder, he's going to be kind of in the middle-ish to the north. And then the tank is going, when the tank runs to the puddle, he's going to drag Alexander to that puddle. And that's going to be the position for him whenever the puddles respawn with a 90-degree rotation.
Yep.
I wasn't paying attention to how far the puddles were down, so I missed my last puddle.
I was dead, so there wasn't much I could do.
I'm guessing that Sacred Soil and Sucker are enough if everyone's topped off for that explosion.
The explosion does 23,000 damage, about.
So, yes.
If people are topped off, you do not need mitigation. But I will have Covenant, Sacred Soil, and Sucker up for that. And with that, it did about 14,000. Which should be pretty comfortable.
By the way, don't look at it now, but I linked the Reddit article where people were talking about it, and it seems like everybody is universally in agreement that's a good strategy.
What's a good strategy?
The L being the
If we can get to the last stage without needing LB03,
yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's not a super important right now. If we are failing, we find ourselves failing in the very last minutes, this might help us push past them. Oh,
What?
come on.
What?
Let's just swipe before we waste too much time on this bowl.
That's it.
Yeah, it's only quick work of us.
That's interesting. Even though I'm dead, my dragon is still out.
What?
His anima.
Huh. That's right. Can you pull out your weapons, Michael? Oh, fancy. It's like a dragon on it. What the heck? Also, what is with the honky?
Yeah, who's laying on the horn?
I don't know.
Are these those protests you were mentioning?
Probably.
Midori, you need more light.
Oh, a lot more.
Need a fancy dragon gun.
The dragon gun is amazing.
6 rounds. Yeah, that's a lot.
That thing is blinding my face. What the heck? I just noticed it.
I know what you're doing. Okay, let's not do
Felt like it was more than normal.
But it's so shiny, I can't put it away. Shit, I didn't put mantra back in.
You did forget.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, this is pretty good.
What?
Why'd you have to say something?
I was totally fine on my screen. I disagree with that.
Alright, I'll get Valletta.
I was well aware
That as
dangerous
soon
that
as you
was.
fucking say something,
I better hope for a crit. Nope. Oh, dang it, I got one after.
Oh, and now it turned around.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a good thing nobody else wins.
Yamato?
Yep.
Have a lesson.
you're like standing on my head.
My screen at least quit stabbing you.
Oh my god, that's cutting you way too close.
I was going to say, you always look very so.
I even thought I could make it that time.
I'll go North Midori.
Must have had, like, no crits that time.
Get good. I thought I was late.
Highly, like, beat you guys by about 15 seconds.
Yeah, got up to 87 that time.
I think it jumped in like 5 seconds.
No, not if something's unattended. It goes pretty fast, but it's not like a jump.
No, as in like you have battle looking up or like
Stack up, stack up.
Wow.
Yeah, I can do Living Dead. It's usually up by then.
That's probably a good idea. First one. Midori can take the first one, and then Swan can take the second one.
No, I'll
Help.
Oh, rip. I mean, that's basically it. We got another 8 coming.
Am I supposed to stack there with you guys? I assume I am.
Yes.
I only had 150 health, so
Well,
I guess I probably still should have.
Yeah, if you stacked with us, like, you were kind of screwed regardless, but it would allow both healers to hit.
yeah, I can hit you with a cure 3 before it hits.
It hits
Is
for
your
20.
benediction up for me to use Living Dead, Carrot?
Yes, it is. In fact, I think it has the same
Excellent.
cooldown. It's 300 seconds.
Let me double check my positioning for when to drop the puddles where.
I also believe that APOC is up for that Holy Scourge and Chastising Heat.
And I'll just use Living Dead, so it should be alright.
Now, are you supposed to provoke right after I take him off, or not right after, but like soon after I take him off you?
Pretty sure you get like a
We-
damage up.
We need to get the timing of the provoke down, because I don't think we've done it right yet.
Am I supposed to do it before the Chastening Heat, like right after the Scourge?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
So Holy Scourge is just 4 super big hits. Chastising Heat is provoked during the cast.
Okay, because that's what I did last time.
I think you were fine. Well, it doesn't quite work because Drevin was not alive.
Was he dead before the Chastening Heat?
The Holy Scourge killed him, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you provoked... I don't know who actually got hit by Chastising Heat. Maybe it worked? I don't know.
I did provoke during the cast, so... Is Drevin supposed to take the Chastising Heat?
Yes, Drevin takes the Vuln up, you take the big hit after.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like it functions the way Sophia's Tank Buster did.
And then I just Voke it back after the Volnut drops off.
Sounds about right. How are you gonna eat the second one?
We do the
Pop
same
everything?
thing.
Well, you won't have Living Dead. Improvise.
Home gang.
I don't think that's long enough. Maybe it's long enough? If you're really, really good.
Let me try a boosted Dark Mind, see if that is enough of a cooldown to do it.
For the first one or the second
Yeah,
one?
for the first one. If it's not, then I'll know to use Living Dead.
keep trying to like use my second win there to try to save myself, just in case it's slow. But I always blow it after the first one is the second one. So it's like, well, I didn't.
Oh, I'm like, that hit Salenta. Please say yes.
I left it.
I mean, he got the sucker.
I don't think the sucker was in time. Sucker expands radially outwards.
So do all of them, man. It's dumb as fuck.
I know, right? And it's like not fast either.
I mean, it's fast until you're in a clutch moment, and then you're like, oh my god.
Where it's like, you hit everybody with the same total heals, but like 2 of them died because they were further away.
I hope they fix the clutch moves.
Like, make the timing of them actually instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in that one, though.
Well, I mean, they went a long way by making it so that abilities that give buffs give them instantly. Like, that's meeting you halfway there.
In the last match.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty significant. But the problem is, like, all of the ones that do that do it, it's purely local. Like in terms of, you know, it's people who are affecting themselves.
Well, I mean, like, hollowed ground is affecting yourself. Home game is affecting yourself.
Right. Sucker does not.
I will settle for hollowed ground actually working.
Oh yeah, I don't know that they improved that, did they? But
Not
if
that
they
I
did, that's amazing.
Not that I know of.
I just know, like, it's things like Fire the Starter Procs, Blood of the Dragon Reapply.
And cards.
Yeah, and those are amazing, but it's not Sucker.
Also, Benediction. It would be nice if Benediction didn't just heal yourself and kill your target.
Thanks, Billy.
Because honestly, if there's one thing I want to do more than anything else, it's the Sucker. I'm East, by the way. Guess we probably don't need to say that.
What's amazing is if you have Shroud of Saints up during a freeze, it'll just keep ticking.
Really?
Nice.
That's pretty sweet, actually. But regen doesn't.
It does.
Interesting.
Damn, I played that one safe.
All like pots and dots keep ticking.
My Whispering Dawn is amazing.
Can't think of a way to explain it too much though. Charlotte Sands is pretty nice though.
See, the horrible thing, when I get over here, I have 5 seconds of pacification that I have to deal with. Unless you want to try to quick cast Asuna on me or something.
I would prefer to just not die.
I was gonna say, it seems pretty sketchy.
Oh, I know. Midori could precast or minuet. Oh wait.
But it lasts 15 seconds though, doesn't it?
It lasts the same duration as Berserk, right? Like 30 seconds.
Well, 30 seconds is quite a bit long. I guess not counting the time to actually zone it and everything.
Oh, I jumped out there.
Alright, getting into the harder stuff. What?
We're so screwed. Like, so screwed.
Like I was standing on a nipple, but it was a confusing, like, not real nipple.
There's a third nipple?
There are 3 nipples there. Don't heal me.
I was fully expecting Eos to heal you.
Stack up now.
Nice. Alright. Next set. Nope. Nope. Living dead. What? Is it?
I told you I was trying to boost the Dark Mind first, and apparently that is not enough.
You got 2 shot.
Well,
Yeah.
2 shots better than 1 shot.
How much damage did it do?
First one did 21,000, second one did 27,000.
Wow. That's a lot of damage, actually.
Whoops, I stood in the second.
I mean, there was
I had a laser.
like a puddle was dropped right on our safe spot.
That's because I had a laser, because I wasn't supposed to have a laser.
Alright, so this time I will definitely be using Living Dead for Scourge.
Does he do Holy Scourge after the second set too?
Pretty sure he just repeats this pattern until he dies.
So what are you going to use for the second set then?
That's a good question.
Well, boosted
Everything.
Darkbind and, yeah, I was gonna say fucking everything.
But it does it again.
It doesn't, well, he'll be dead by then, or will deserve to have died.
Because I mean, during the second set, like, he's at 28% still.
I thought he repeats this until he dies. Just over and over.
If you don't kill him by the end of the second rotation, I think he's basically at an rage.
Does he do the Inceptions over again?
No. Well,
He just
maybe.
repeats the puddles.
Yeah, you should just repeat the puddles.
Because he repeats the puddles 3 times and then it's done.
3 times?
I'm pretty sure it's just 3 times.
Yeah. So, what are we gonna do the next time?
Improvise.
I could take the Holy Scourges and pop, like, Vengeance and...
No, okay, so first time he's gonna do Living Death, second time he's gonna pop everything. If there's a third time, you can take it in blood.
Or whoever gets hit by it will just die and they'll rest them. How about that?
But I don't think Drebin needs make real cooldowns for anything else in that. So
Not really.
should have action everywhere. And let's be honest here, nothing should actually kill you. Yeah, I think actually everything for you is like 80% damage reduction. 30 plus 40 plus 30%.
That's 20. Crit hit the cooldown.
Yeah, but we kind of assume that it's there.
Only some people get that.
Wow, I'm way high in the air that time.
Crits really make or break that for me.
Yep. I mean, internal release is normally one of the worst, if not the worst, DPS, like cross-classical debuff skills, or buffs skills, but it's only okay on Warrior because of Fell Cleave and Berserk. In that case, it's not that bad. Because you're basically having increasing the chance of a crit on a 3 750 potency attacks, which adds up.
Oh, you only get it for the first two.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Definitely falls off before the third one.
That's true. God, that feels so bad.
that's perfect.
Get ready to stack after this. Not before this. Wait until the stack marker goes away.
I'm pretty screwed. I'm so close.
Wow. I just love how fucking Limit Break keeps you from doing any skills for 15 seconds.
No, Tylee.
Yeah, this is definitely not facing the correct direction.
I mean, we're probably dead anyway, but
The second one, right? The big explosion!
Alright, we should probably reset the instance, and I need to go grab a drink.
Same.
Like a hard drink.
well, it looks like somebody has a Twitch video of the 3 people in the portal strategy.
Three people in the portal? Does a healer in the portal?
This is the link I sent earlier. And yeah, what they do is they send a healer, a tank, and a DPS.
Okay. So, basically, after I take him, after the whatever move he does that I need to take him, basically I tank him until the next one.
I don't know. I assume it takes like a minute for the vulnerability to wear off. So you're probably tanking him for a while.
Yeah, I think I have to tank him until the next tank buster that we need to switch at. So, basically, for the Holy Scourges, what my FC mate is saying is that they Living Dead the first Holy Scourge, and then for the second Holy Scourge, I will home gang after like the second blast, or like during the second blast, I will home gang.
Okay, I just asked my brother what their group does, and he says, yeah, for that first Holy Scourge, the Dark Knight does Living Dead through it. And then for the second one, the Warrior will take it, and they pretty much have their healers pop all their healing cooldowns and just heal like crazy until home gang goes up. Then they just kind of leave them to take the home gang, and as soon as that falls off, they just heal them really back up quick.
Yeah. And by that point, Drevin will be taking him back off me anyway.
Okay, and then on the third one, what happens?
You just have to, I guess, try and pop every cooldown you fucking can.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, I think I could, like, if you guys can heal me through it, I think I could probably get through it with my self heals and stuff, like all 4 of them.
You had Vengeance up and you were taking 25k each hit.
I mean,
think-
the Warrior actually has quite a few cooldowns that don't normally get used. Like, you normally don't stack Vengeance with Inner Beast, because most Warriors are, well, too lazy or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if you're home ganging, like
But Inner
It-
Beast
it's-
only lasts 6 seconds, so.
Yeah.
right. Well, so I mean, like what you do is like you have your inner beast ready, you home gang, and then pop convalescence, and then before it runs out, you inner beast and equilibrium, and then thrill of battle. That's like 3 self heals in a row, plus increases your max hit points and whatever.
Yeah, too bad Convalescence doesn't work on Thrill of Battle.
I mean,
Yeah, that'd be
true,
nice.
but you're also getting healed, spam healed by the healers. Like, Convalescence is good in general to pair with Home Gang because you need to get healed, usually.
Yep.
Not
Although
to mention, if you pop Berserk, your second wind and your equilibrium will get boosted in heals.
That's true. No.
Although-
Well, I guess you probably don't have a better use for Berserk at that point.
I don't know. I was thinking if I take the first one, I could probably home gang through the first Holy Scourge. I don't know if it'd be up by the second or by the third Holy Scourge though.
No, it's 180 seconds.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, it's probably not that far off, but probably not.
well, if you could do that, then Dark Knight's cooldowns would all reset. Besides Living Dead, then you can just pop everything, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
let's just go with the Dark Knight first. That's just it's more straightforward.
Yeah, that's fine.
Less tank swaps. That's just generally more stable.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is Apple Jacks.
So I want to try it at least once tonight. The 3 people in the portal strat.
Sure thing. If we make it one round where we get there with weakness, then we
And to
try
where?
that.
To the portals? Like we get there, not every time, but
Not to the portal, to
If we get past 2 of the Holy Scourges,
well, even just one. Well, I guess you probably need it. Well, no, you probably built it up by then. Maybe? No, probably not.
like here, part of my reasoning. I want to be clear about this. Is part of my reasoning is that if we can just make it past the second Holy Scourge, if we're doing the portal strat, I think we'll have it clear immediately because we'll be ahead on DPS.
alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's try it on this first pull, because we have been dying less to the invisible tethers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the invisible tethers come after that phase, so it's not like we can be like, oh, okay, if we survive the invisible tethers, use it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so that does mean people need to move a little bit. So, Carrot, you're going to go northwest. And Tylee, you will start southeast, and LB, the healer one, and then go to the northeast.
Are there any shared sentences during that one?
Wait, why do I go northwest? Shouldn't I go northeast?
No, because So the tank's gonna kill his and then jump over to help you. Tyleet needs to be able to kill the healer one and then jump over and kill it.
Wait, aren't you normally on the north? Which one are you on normally?
Northwest.
So you should stay on the one that you're already on.
No, the idea is to only send 3 people in.
Only send 3 people in. Oh. Okay, so you're just gonna stay outside.
Yeah, because basically the idea is that there's huge amounts of downtime between the transitions. In addition, by being on the outside, I'll be able to keep disembowel up for Midori.
I'm fine with this.
It basically shaves like a minute off of the total clear times.
In that case, I'll save a presence of mind for going in.
So one thing I've stayed out of is any ordering for placing down the bombs.
Well,
that didn't go well.
I just stack here. How many is this? Like 4? 5? A lot.
I only got 3 stacks before I died. So I know Drebin takes the north puddle if there is one, or when there is one. Is there any like general ordering to place in the other 3 that you guys do on the outside?
Oh, we just go clockwise.
Yeah, we just like
Okay.
stand near B until one of us gets
Avoiding A. So yeah, we go B, then C, and then the unmarked.
That's reasonable. Alright.
As range, we actually just hover around it. I'm assuming you can just.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out, yeah.
Yeah. You actually don't have
We stand
range.
around until we see who gets the marker.
As long as I know where to put it, that's fine.
Yeah, it's always compass. And sometimes you might get 2, so just know that you can have it. I've never.
This should only happen if people die, right?
Nope.
No, it happens
No.
random.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen it 3 times though. That just
Got
might
it
be
3
chance.
times. Fucking shoot me.
It's gonna be you. It's gonna be all 4. Just because it's you.
Like, oh, let's try to be more efficient. Nope.
That's great.
Yeah, I really wish it wasn't based on just, like, lag or timing.
Wrong button.
Yes. You're getting bonus.
The only person who would get to this one is
Why me?
Because you didn't get the thing.
Why?
Too far
I
away.
don't know.
It's because you don't like me.
Ow.
I know the real answer.
I don't want to tank this guy.
What the hell? That was freaking weird.
I think the Asylum drop actually kind of a lot of aggro.
That is an understatement.
What's it going to? 150?
300.
300?
No, a silenced your potency is 100.
Oh, a silent. Sorry, I was thinking the size.
Oh, no, I don't use the size there. I don't have any instant heals.
To be clear though, even if it's only 100, how many targets?
7?
It's not 7, because I'm not in it. And Tam's not in it.
Okay, and 6. What? That last one was for 9 of half.
So it's 6 targets, 300 potency, because heals only count for half.
Every 3 seconds.
Yep.
It's actually not that big, but you also have Medica to gain.
I mean, in addition to actual heals you're casting.
I mean, I wasn't casting heals right then, I was getting punched in the face.
I don't know if I got far enough.
Nope.
Okay.
Rip.
Nope.
Rip.
Okay. Well, eh.
We should all stack on gravel. Do the thing.
Damn auto attacks.
You guys should run away from each other.
So we are regressing. There is another option.
I think we should go back to our old strat. We only started wiping once we adopted Solen's strat.
Well, I think as people try to do more deeps, right, you get a little more greedy.
I've been greedy this whole time.
But now we're squeezing like the last itty bitty beat, like deeps out of it, and sometimes it's just a little too dangerous.
So you know when we do the time stops, I try to get Storm's Path off when I come back, and for the regular Sacrament, if I don't get Maim off before he does it, I won't be able to get Storm's Path off before he does the Holy.
That's why sometimes we take 23,000 and sometimes we take 21,000.
Yeah, I always try to get Storm's Path off before the Holy.
Oh, what the fuck?
Alright, so we're gonna try it once, just do normal speed.
No, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna go northwest.
Okay. It's gonna go southeast, albeit, and then jump to northeast.
Oh, this guy tickles.
Okay, in comparison, alright, this Sacrament almost gone.
Find out.
Oh, did you?
I got no help.
Well, you weren't going to get help from me.
Yeah, I think it's
I
mostly
mean,
supposed to be from Cam.
yeah, no one showed up on my platform until the very end.
I killed both mine.
Well, alright. Let's just go back to the old way for now.
Or Tam can stay out and you can go in.
No, that'll kill me.
No,
Oh,
the
I
tank
guess.
busters.
I mean, the other in-between strat people were talking about was sending 4 people in, still doing exactly the same thing, but just I also go into Northwest with you.
Do you leave as soon as you're done?
Yeah, yeah.
And does that actually buy more time before Inception?
That is the impression I get.
Well, it feels to me like at that point you're just doing a Limit Break 2 on the boss.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's worse.
Well, anyway, if Tam thinks that he can finish his ad in time to help me, then we should try it one more time.
How
Well, the
close
horrible-
were you?
The thing is after I get mine down and I teleport over, I still have like 3 or 4 seconds of
Right.
pessimism before I can start attacking.
Well, I meant both of you. How close were both of you?
Mine was down.
Oh, okay. And Carrots was at, like, what?
Like 30%.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But that was without getting
Right.
any help.
Roughly that. But it doesn't work.
I guess then the question is, are there any cooldowns? I know that you're probably using it. It's just how warriors work. But is there anything Tyleek could be using or saving? I don't know
No,
how
because
ninjas
it
work.
timed out as soon as I got over to Carrot's platform.
Right, no, I meant from before that, saving from before that. Do you have extra burst? Because, I mean, the only thing in addition I can think of is potions.
Oh,
Which
the
isn't
only
a whole lot.
like the real problem is like we actually have less time in there because the one that doesn't have anyone attacking it.
It's supercharging.
Yeah, it's
Right. I know. I mean, but this is the strategy other people are using. So, and they were doing it with more skill. So there's something.
What jobs were they sending?
Let's see. As far as I understand. just barely. Good.
How the fuck? Like, seriously.
What shit are we doing now?
Same as previous time.
Idiot.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't see that working. Like, before we even got this to the second one, it was already at 70% charge.
Does that strat still send 4 people in just to distract that one that we aren't distracting?
Well, yes and no. So, the people who seem to do it regularly only send 3 people in. But other people are saying that the sort of version that is sort of the half-assed version of it does still send 4 people in. That's what I was starting to mention last time. And that half-assed version is still probably better than sending 4 people in and not LB. But yeah, I don't know enough about it, is the truth. Because I haven't done it.
So for those of you who know people who are doing this, what do they do in this regards? Do they just send in 4 people and do it like normal?
Well, the way that my friend does it is that they do it where they send 4 people in and they just DPS the ads, and then when they get out, they immediately LB3.
Right. So there's only 3 options, really. There's send 3 people in, send 4 people in, or send 4 people and still LB. So you're rearranging where people are.
Yeah, so the thing that I don't like about using the LB on the ad in that phase is, one, if you're sending in 4 people, you're not gaining any DPS, you're just spending the LB on the ad as opposed to on Alexander. 2 is the LB might be like somewhere between 2 and 3, and any of that extra leftover just gets wasted.
Yeah. Well, okay, so as to point 1, I actually argue that's an advantage. Because I would rather use... Assuming that we get out of there faster, which is an assumption I don't know for a fact. But assuming we actually do get out of there faster, every time we're working as a group, we are synergizing more, and we're getting more DPS than the actual boss. So finishing ad phase faster is an advantage. I would rather use it on ads to finish them faster than on the boss.
Alright, well, how about this? Let's try half-ass strat number 1. And we'll just swap Tylee and me. So you still go in northwest like before. I'll go in northeast. Tylee will go in the south and limit break the ad. That way all 4 ads will be distracted from the beginning.
Yep.
And Tylee will just help me finish off mine.
Alright. I will definitely... Tylee... Tam can definitely handle his, but... whether or not he can help you is questionable. We'll see.
Tam doesn't have to help me at all at that
Right.
point. Because, like,
Tylee
Tylee will come. I mean,
Yeah.
Tylee will probably be done first since all he has to do is limit break. Like, we should be done with it before you're done with your ad.
We'll see about that.
The only 2 cooldowns I don't use in that phase are awareness and home gang.
Only if you find a way to get DPS out of those. What?
Oh, this is off to a great start.
I just want to be the last to die.
That said, I'm gonna dick around a little bit with potions this week. See how much of a difference they actually make. If they're worth making, I'm gonna make some. Probably for me and Telly. Fuck you, Valetta, you do enough damage as it is.
I wonder how much damage a Vitality Potion would do for me.
Well, the cheap ones are basically free anyway.
I'll probably gather some mats or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some real ones though. Like the Supros.
Is Supermax the best?
I think so.
They did not introduce new potions with the higher tiers.
But they're way less expensive than they used to make. Now they're only quite expensive. As opposed to, like, costing an arm and a leg a piece. Seems like if he does Radiant, he always leaves a path. Is that always true?
No.
I guess that makes you convenient.
I mean, those 3 always spawn in the same spot, but sometimes there's a random one.
I gotta go. I guess I could have just run out of TP. That wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. But that's gross. Kind of salty though. Can't send Dorian because machinist rotation seems like it does the DPS ads. Like they last just long enough.
What is going
Oh,
on
shit.
here? And how did you live?
Let's not ask
That
questions.
makes no sense. Alright, I'm going northeast.
Yep, I'm going northwest. does seem like it sends you out immediately.
What was the oh shoot?
Oh, we got a whole Judgment Crystal there.
Oh, I moved a little too far.
Well, I guess we know where it will be. Farther.
And I went the wrong one.
I don't have swift cast.
Goodbye.
Oh,
No! Cam had aggro, what the hell?
No, you had at it.
You had aggro when he started the cast.
You want to keep it or you want me to take it?
Take it.
first one. Second one.
I have no empty. I can't res.
Oh my god, why didn't it go?
Second
This
one.
is not the correct direction for those
it's not.
layers.
And third one.
Surprise.
Might not want to stack with me. I'm dead. A mere 90k.
Wow. It's so familiar sounding.
What? I didn't know this time.
What, and a Mega Holy right after, huh?
Ugh. Jeez. Tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. Okay. Well,
Oh, I was still alive? What?
yeah.
Healer update.
Here LED.
Oh.
And we still somehow died from that other hit.
Alright, well, one thing we learned is we definitely gets us out way faster.
But is the damage gained from getting out faster more than an LB2 is the question.
More than the difference between LB2 and LB3. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are 4 of us.
We do completely spend an LB2. So that's what we lose is an LB2. Now, we did get back an LB3 after spending it in there.
Yeah, I mean, I know we would, but we would have gotten that anyway. So, you're right in that respect. We do spend one in there.
Like, the question is, if we actually just spent an LB3 on Alex, would we have another LB3 again later?
Probably. That was the
Yeah, we definitely would have.
like first one.
That said, there are quite a few times during Alex where we actually don't have the opportunity to spend it if we want to.
Oops.
Ignore that. Apparently my berserk did not want to go off.
And then I got faked out, head fake.
I need to go now.
Yori's gonna need it.
Oh, right.
I mean, I don't know. Well, never mind.
I had no MP and I already used Shroud. So, like, I screwed the bridge there. I humped the mud. I had sexual relations with the K9.
Thanks.
I fucked the dog.
You know what's the worst part about the Super Bowl?
The Patriots?
No. The city that hosts it has
Are
a
you
massive
sure?
influx of sex trafficking of children.
Oh.
Oh, I think we're already number 1 in the country, so.
Lovely.
Number 1 in the
Yeah.
country,
You're
wow.
just going
I'm pretty
further
sure we
up
have
the
one of the
ranks.
highest. I'm pretty sure we have one of the highest. Yeah, Galveston's like one of the largest ports for that.
So, why is it? Is it just because there's so much traffic that they can get away with it more, or what?
Rich tourists.
Oh, rich tourists, yes. Catering to the local business.
I mean, it's a combination, I'm sure.
But yes, that is what one of the things the Super Bowl is notable for.
That's
Is
sad.
causing that.
That's a weird thing to be known for.
Besides the gridlock traffic and the screaming and the riots.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
those things I think are pretty reasonable and understandable.
Okay, so like, I went to University of Oklahoma, which doesn't have a lot going for it, but they were really, really keen on their football team, and we had gridlock traffic and screaming and riots and stuff like that whenever our college team won. So
Okay. I guess that's pretty tame in college football world.
That's how the South. That's how they feel about football.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I went to Colorado State for 2 years, and Jesus Christ, there were 76,000 people that went to the CU-CSU game, and I got tear gassed, and there was like $10 million in property damage.
Wow.
Were you rioting?
I wasn't even rioting. I thought about it, but no.
See, I went to USF. My school's football program sucks, so...
To be fair, that was a really, really intense game. Not only was it close, but like it was the kind of game that was delayed when they were tied in the fourth quarter by lightning. So people were pretty on edge.
I'm gonna get faked out this time.
The last USF football game I went to was one of the last games of the season, year I graduated, and it was just awful. But it was so bad because the entire nosebleed section of the stadium had people yelling for the head coach to go fuck themselves and all sorts of stuff, and the next day the school fired him.
That's pretty unfortunate for him.
That certainly sounds like it was an emotional one.
Yeah, well, the alumni had a campaign for 2.5 years to get him canned.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. Asylum is probably top of the list of skills on classes that I play that I don't use it. Absolutely should be using it.
It has a really short cooldown, relatively speaking.
Yeah, it's a good ability.
It's just you have to kind of figure out when in the fight are people just kind of derping around in one spot and actually need the healing. There are many fights that I don't use it on at all.
I mean, there's certain things like banging up. It's like, sure, that'd be useful, but I don't really care.
Yeah, that's great. The only thing that makes me sad is every time I try to use it, there's like 3 people out of range. And I'm like, this is just as good as not using it at all.
Because you still have to heal them anyway. Alright, so... I think one thing about our new strategy is that people need to be aware when they get pulled out, they might get targeted for the next monster. So that is one thing that concerns me. Oh, I don't think I'm close enough.
Sorry.
That almost got me killed.
Next one goes at you. As I say that to myself.
Convenient.
Drevin's like, no, it's cool. Just like 20,000 damage. That doesn't hurt.
That didn't look so right.
There was a DPS tether, yeah?
There was DPS blue tether, me to Valletta. Valletta went to the other side from me.
No, I was sort of the driven, but I was under the impression I always went to the right.
Carrot.
Am I not going always to
Wait.
the right?
DPS go to the
Oh, we don't have
left
LB.
unless they. Yeah, well, for that.
Yeah, we
instance,
don't have the LB. That's.
Well, wait,
that's
no. You would have gone to the left.
So, DPS will always go left unless they're tethered to another DPS.
In which case, the result order is top to bottom is left to right. So,
Okay.
if Talit and me get tethered, I go left, Talit goes right. If I get tethered to Valletta, I go left, Valletta goes right. So all three of you, other DPS, will go right if you're tethered to me. But normally you're going to go left. In other words, I have the easiest job. Thank you very much.
I think I need that diagram again. Sorry, I'm really, really tired. I have not had enough sleep in the past 2 days.
No worries. No, but it is kind of like, it is kind of that simple. You DPS go left unless you get a blue tether. Or,
Correct.
Unless you get a blue tether and you're tethered to another DPS. In which case, basically you're looking, is the other person with the blue tether above me or below me on the list?
Well, most people always show up on the top of the list.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's not that simple. I guess you can't see your own placement.
You just have to know who you go above and below.
That'd be nice if that was kind of an option, actually. I've got a separate place where I look and I'm going to check my HP. If I want to look at the party list, I'll check this out. For exactly reasons like this. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to get that guy down before he goes on. sacrifice too much DPS in the second guy. Also in the first one. So they're gonna turn on the Valentine's Day patch this time.
Probably.
So everyone can get their dope emote.
I was hoping they would add a cuddle emote, which can only be done whenever you're already, like, on a bed.
/ little spoon / big spoon.
Yes, except Wallfells can only do little spoon.
When you're on a bed or you're married to somebody. You know, either. Okay.
Wow, that is really cutting it close.
I don't know why I'm like getting farther behind. But it's weird. I used to be doing that comfortably. Not doing any extra abilities. This slabber not dying to that anymore.
Bullshit.
Why do you say these things? Shut up!
But like, how bad could it be?
As Trevor dies.
This is gonna be interesting. Wow.
No, why did it heal?
I don't know.
Fuck this game. Oh my god.
Wait, what? Why did it heal? Why was it at 100%?
Because I died.
You don't get hit by things on other things' platforms, right?
No.
No.
The
I
reason I
don't-
died was
I-
because I didn't have all my cooldowns because I had to blow some for punishing
I don't
Whatever.
think you needed to go help him. He was fine. You just jumped in and died. I was trying to heal you and you ran away from me.
Well, okay, so next time, if you think you might die, I mean, say something immediately. That way Tally can jump over there. That is better than the alternative.
No, I mean, he killed his thing alright. He was just at, like, pretty low, and then he ran away.
What?
Like, after his ad died, he jumped to the next platform.
Tylee?
No, Tam.
I didn't jump. I died on my platform.
Oh.
Yeah, Tylee
Because
killed
I didn't-
his. And
I didn't
ran
have
to
my cooldowns for him. That's
Yeah,
why.
Tylee killed his, jumped to yours, helped you kill yours. I killed mine. Tam died. So if Tam's gonna die, Tylee should go help him instead. And I can go help you, Karen. I mean, I'll be late. Well, actually, no. Because the decision would have already been made by then. So... I guess I'll just go to help Tam as soon as I can.